fight the first engagement than repeatedly. So you guys should be getting your pre-pot for your Greater Frost Protection and your Greater Shadow Protection. I'm going to post in Discord and Guild Chat your positioning for this fight. Freeze Mage, I was not expecting to have you, but I was expecting to have Serenity, so you'll be in Serenity's position for the fight.
Log in.
And melee, wherever you're positioned there, that doesn't necessarily mean that's where you need to stand. You can obviously stack together. Just it's just to demonstrate whether you're on the left or the right side. So what we're going to do is the boss is going to be held facing the direction that we're standing at the moment. And that's basically where it's going to stand or stay the whole fight.
Is Lori telling me not to listen to Lori?
When
No, 2 stacks, please. That's a fuck ton.
When the air phase starts, we're all going to migrate towards this side of the room, you know, where I'm tanking it. The tank doesn't want to move around a lot this fight because obviously the boss repositions with the tank. So you guys are going to kind of collapse into the, I guess, the east side of the room from whatever sides you're on. And you're going to make sure you stay 10 yard spread. Again, you have to wait for the 5 ice blocks in the air phase before you run to get behind them. Something I was talking about earlier with some of our guildies is that when 4 ice blocks have gone out, you can kind of see the direction that she's going to be casting the last ice block. And that gives you a couple extra seconds to be moving. So like if I'm on the left side and I see the bosses turn towards the right side and I know the last ice block is going out right there, then I know that I'm not at risk of being ice blocked and chained. So I can just start moving into position, if that makes sense. But spread yourselves out. Don't die in the ice block phase. Just a reminder, when it does go into ice block phase or it does go into air block phase, all you warriors, or like phase rather, all you warriors want to swap into defensive stance. Just reduce as much damage as you can. Also, that is the time that you want to be using your Greater Frost Protection potions, and the reason you want to use that is because you're less likely to get one shot by the ice block if that's happens to hit you and you're not topped up. So it's kind of a safety. So no rage pots this fight. Please save it for Greater Frost Protection potions during the air phase. Healers, your #1 priority this fight is keeping yourselves alive, obviously. After that comes everybody else, but you're not wearing frost resistance gear, so you are most likely going to die the fastest. Actually, let me rephrase that. You are going to die the fastest, so make sure you keep yourself alive. Make sure you're all running frost resistance aura.
So that
so healers, you guys all want to be pre-potting a Greater Frost Protection potion, but you're going to be running mana potions for the entire fight. So,
what's the orientation of the map?
The orientation of the map. So the top side of the map, the diagram you're looking at in Guild Chat, that is the far side of the room from where we're facing right now. That's KT's doorway.
Okay, so for example, you're going to be tanking basically right in front of us.
I'm going to be literally moving forward an inch and tanking right there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna move to the other side of the room. When we move in together, there's going to be like 20 seconds to get into position, so that obviously makes it a lot easier. Gives you a lot of time to set it up. And so the first attempt is obviously going to be our best attempt, considering we have world buffs and we have positioning advantage. Does anybody not have a frost juju that needs a frost juju?
Totem.
Yeah, we have several people that need to.
Can you guys type?
I'll take one.
Can you guys type 1 in grade?
Whose place am I replacing?
You're taking Serenity's spot on it now.
Serenity? Where's... Oh, okay. Top right.
Make sure you guys have your frost resistance gear equipped, by the way.
Anyone else need Greater Frost potions? Bottom has a couple extra. We get this shit first attempt.
Should we do the chill now or wait a few minutes?
I think if people need chill, you want to throw them in it now if you can.
Yeah.
I have 3 charges on my mistletoe. Who wants it?
Yeah, I have 11 as well. I tried to give them everyone.
Do you want it?
Sure. I got 20 in my bag.
Bottom, did you get a Juju chill yet?
I do not have one.
Got 1 left. Hatrix, you have the DMT drink that's not gonna stack with mistletoe.
Oh shit, cool.
Anybody else got some extra juju chills they can throw at people?
You chill now.
Can get one if you need a juju chill still. It's a 1 minute cooldown between casts, so I can't get them out to everybody instantly. Max frost resistance is 315. All right, so hopefully you guys are paying attention to where your positions are. That's going to be your standard position during the fight. Obviously, that's not your position during the air phase. During air phase, you guys are all going to shift the direction of Drade, or that direction of the room. You want to stay 10 yards spread still from everybody, so slash range 10. And yeah, make sure that you're keeping yourself alive if possible. Whatever you got to do to stay alive. That's the most important thing in this fight. I'm going to ready check as soon as Lidl comes back.
Plugging in now. She crashed.
Does anybody not in a pally group need a magic resistance potion?
I think most of our melee are pretty stacked with resistance, so I think it's just bottom.
Yeah, I have 292 FR. Is it even worth it to chug a potion? Magic resistance? It only.
It's worth to use frost potions in the air phase.
Well, yeah, I have those.
You
You can't
guys think it's worth? Do you think it's worth switching this?
We gotta.
Using the sealess engine instead of cauterizing?
Don't use that. Healers need to use their gear. Everybody else needs to use frost resistance. Impetus, I'll throw a juju on you in a second when it comes off cooldown.
Thanks. Don't forget to sharpen your weapons.
Should we?
What'd you forget, Sal?
Is life drain resistible? Should we be doing shadow prot?
Yeah, we should be.
No, we should be doing shadow protection.
Should? Okay. Do people have room for that buff?
If they don't, they need to make room.
I think some people's juju chills are at like 7 minutes now.
I have
That's
extra.
fine.
I have extra shadow pots if anyone needs one over trade.
We're just waiting on Lidl and then we'll pull it up. So, can anybody trade me a health stone? First attempt is going to be our best attempt, so if it goes awful, then it's an easy call from there, pretty much. Yeah, Aladdin, if you can keep marbles up for as much as possible, that's great.
We have the mages doing amp magic.
Oh, do you guys? Shit, I forgot about amp magic. Give me a
People
second.
have space for the buff.
Well, I do as a warlock.
Just to vocalize what Toxin said, mages and druids, it is absolutely your priority to get this curse off of people, especially healers, especially mages. Like it's your job to be decursing. You need to cancel. If the curse comes out in waves, so when it goes out, you need to cancel your cast and immediately start decursing everyone in range.
It's gonna be a mage fire because we need to heal.
Yep, it's 100% the mage's duty. They should be doing most of the decursing. The biggest cause of death in our attempts the other week was from healers taking too many ticks of life drain, because it ticks for 1500 on us. So 1500 plus the 600 damage from the frost aura overwhelms us very quickly. So it is absolutely essential we get that thing cleansed as soon as it comes out.
Hopefully Lidl comes back soon because consume's ticking. Kind of sucks.
Can I click this amplify magic off? Do we really need that?
Amplify magic, not dampen, right?
Don't amplify.
Don't click off amp.
Gives you an extra 150 plus healing. It
I'm
doesn't
just
increase your
pushing
damage.
the buff cap here.
That's why I was
If
asking
you're
if people
risking
had.
that, then take it off. Rather you now lose Hani or ZG for that.
Yeah, I don't want to lose buff.
Should we log out?
Oh, this is kind of upsetting. Lidl's internet crash or what?
Whole PC crash. Or sure, her PC.
Should we log?
Shoot, let's just log.
You guys can log for a second if you want to. Max, do you have a juju on you, or do you want me to toss one on you?
I don't have a. Do I? I don't even know what the icon looks like.
It's like a blue
Looks like a
dragon scale.
scale.
I don't.
I'll throw one on you. Yeah, just log in, save your juju while we're waiting on Lidl to come back.
So in this picture is the top where we're standing now.
No, it's
So the top
great.
of the picture is the far side of the room.
Oh, okay.
from
Perfect.
now. So
Perfect. Thank you.
So where my position is in that diagram is like me moving forward just out of the doorway, basically. So when we move out of the doorway, Kane, Lidl, Zal, Barker, Kraft, bottom. All the melee on the left side, and then Vornash, Keymax, Badu, Nadira, Exec, Thorstein, and Adam are the melee DPS on the right side. That's coming out of the doorway where we're standing.
Make sure you don't have that thing that auto removes hots, guys. You will not be getting healed.
Anybody have auto removal of hots?
Executive might.
Yes,
I know you need your buffs, but
you're gonna lose buff this
Living is the most important buff.
Yeah, so most of the priests are running T2 8 set, which is a renew. And that's going to be the bulk of our healing.
There's gonna be a lot of extra buff that you guys are not used to right now. From my regrowth, from priest tier 2, so just a heads up for that.
I see Lidl's light lining up, but I don't hear her.
I think that's just because that's the DC. Never actually.
She logged in. She logged in.
Okay, you guys can log on then if Lidl's here. Lidl, are you here? I see it lighting up, but I can't hear. I'm gonna assume here. Yeah, we can't hear anything. All right, you guys can log on then. Still can't hear you, Lidl, unfortunately. Max, I need you to pass lead, change master loot maybe. And
I did pass lead. Who's it on?
Kyra's got.
Master to Kyra, please, not me.
Alright, hopefully you guys are ready here.
I think paladins may need some mana after buffing.
Paladins don't need mana.
I don't know how paladins work.
Fucking peasants.
Anyone need a magic resistance potion? I have extra.
Alright, everyone's ready, so as soon as my healers have their mana back, we're gonna pull this up.
Oh, Mad Max needs in, I think. Oh no, I got it. Never mind. Sorry.
Alright, anybody missing anything? Because we're gonna pull this up otherwise.
How about now?
When the pull hits 0, we're gonna enter the room together.
Yeah, later we can.
We'll walk through the doorway as soon as it hits 0 all together. I would suggest being very careful with threat initially.
2, 1.
You're gonna go to your positions here. Remember defensive stance and to use your frost protection potions during the air phase. Unless you're a healer, you want to keep your potion for mana. Careful how close you are to the boss. If you're closer than me, you might get meleeed and die instantly.
Do range
We'll go
10
ahead.
again.
Cleanse,
It disappeared if we logged off.
Make sure you're
Decurse.
decursing. Make sure you're decursing.
We got Mad Max that needs a decurse in range from me. Still needs a decurse.
Frozen mage. That's you. Freeze mage. Next life drain in 2 seconds. Be ready to decurse it. It's going to be coming out any second. Air phase is about to start as well.
For air phase, make sure you're spread. Make sure you migrate towards the eastern side of the room here.
Defensive stance warriors.
Defense. Make sure you're spread
Healers, you have to top people off.
It's 3 ice blocks, 4 ice blocks, 5 ice blocks. Make sure you get behind a ice block quick. I think you're dead, Chelsea.
Curse is out. Decurse it, guys. ASAP.
Yeah, do you reckon you battle res Chelsea?
Yeah. You were running right.
Oh, where did you die?
Chezzy's on the other side.
I'll get Chezzy because
By-
he's running.
by
Get Chezzy
trade.
because he's running.
Yeah, Wuggly.
Life drain is soon.
Can we
Decurse
judge
it.
light on this boss, please?
Impetus needs a decurse.
Life drain. Another life drain's coming soon. Life drain is out. Decurse it, guys. Shouldn't see any mages casting. You should be decursing.
Okay, air phase soon. It's gonna be a repeat. Make sure you're paying attention to the 5 ice blocks. Make sure you're staying spread out.
Yeah, healers,
Make sure
you
you're
should not be
migrating towards
moving
the
if you can
eastern
help it.
side.
You should be healing purely. Priest,
Okay,
keep a
that's
shield on
ice
yourself.
block 2. Ice block 2. Here comes ice block 3. Got ice block 4. Make sure you're moving towards ice blocks now. Make sure you're drinking your protection potion if you need to.
Life drain is out. Decurse it.
I'm out of cooldowns, by the way.
Watch Blizzard in melee range.
Blizzard's on the melee.
Next life drain in 2 seconds. Get ready to decurse it.
Kashin, can you battle res cut?
The curse is out.
Decurse.
Who'd you want battle rest?
Kyra? Wuggly?
Got him.
Give me up, guys.
Blizzard's coming this way. Kyra.
Watch out.
Curse is coming soon.
You ready to decurse? Decurse?
Curse is out. Decurse. Decurse it ASAP.
Forcing. Still needs a decurse.
Should the warriors all death wish on this next?
So healers, you should just stand still. Make sure you're above 4k HP.
Ice block 1.
Defensive stance warriors.
Ice block 2. Use a potion if you guys have it, or any sort of potion. Make sure you're running to an ice block at this point. Get yourselves up, healers. Your priority over everybody.
Yeah, we're taking the most damage, so.
Big heals on
Thank you, guys.
Impetus needs a decurse.
I got him.
Keep it up, guys. Probably one more air phase. Life drain is in 2 seconds.
Ready to decurse? Keep me up.
Decurse is out.
I got him, but it's
Keep me up. Keep me up. I have no cooldowns.
Life drain is about to come out.
We got one more phase here, and we kill him.
The curse is out. Decurse, guys.
Keep me up. It's just tank and healer priority at this point. DPS die, it's fine. Kill. It's no more error phase at this point, by the way.
Okay.
Once it's, I think, 10%, there's no more error.
Okay, curse is about to go out, guys. Decurse, decurse, decurse. Oh, we got it. Ooh.
Fucking easy.
Please,
bro. Got a shield.
You guys made this don't let him die.
So easy. We got amazing drops for sap.
Good job, guys.
What? Don't stay. Don't go into the blizzard, guys.
All right, let's go kill KT, boys. Woo!
Bro, KT's gonna be a flap.
Who's trash can? Oh, that mad 100 gold.
You got me at the end. You suck.
God, having that much frost resist doesn't make that really easy.
It is.
Can you guys? Oh, yeah.
Props to Drade for the strategy.
Man,
Yeah, good job,
work,
guys.
Setting that up with your map and everything. Made it nice and easy for us.
33 was pretty.
What was
pretty easy for 33?
What was that kill time?
Ridiculously fast. That's what it was.
5 minutes and 40 seconds.
133.
That's
XD.
a joke.
So are we good to log if we have like Songflower and shit?
Yeah, I logged.
I mean, I'm probably not going to be spending 20 minutes explaining the fight, but yeah, if you want to log to save your buffs, that's totally
Do we
fine.
want to at least use the previous room to set up the 4 groups for kicks?
I have a separate setup for that, so
All right,
we're
perfect.
pretty good to go. I will
Look for
post
a
it.
picture.
Talk a little bit about the fight. It's a pretty simple fight. This fight seems really complicated when you think about the roles of everybody, but it's really a pretty simple fight when it comes down to it.
What's the point where I need to summon?
Should we put our normal gear back on?
Barker,
Yeah.
can you log over and summon Cairo?
Yeah, I got it.
Do you want Kashin or Gluten for this fight?
Kashin, I think you can swap to Gluten for this fight. I think we actually need range DPS because we might not have enough range DPS to deal with the Banshees and the Skeletons in the first phase. It's kind of sad, but yeah, I think that might be the best call here.
You only need enough healers to keep the tank on KT alive and the tanks at 40%, or like however many people you have tanking at 40% alive, and then topping off the raid before each volley. That's it.
In phase 1, Lori can DPS for sure.
Yep, the healers can DPS in phase 1.
Just
So here's the setup for this one. Again, freeze. You're just going to be in. You're going to be in the place of Serenity for this. We have some white squares where we would have raiders, but
all right, which direction are we going to be entering the room? The top or the bottom?
we're going to be entering the room from the bottom where Kyra is standing. The throne is basically where Drade is standing or Craft is standing. All right, so let me talk a little bit about the fight. Pretty simple. There are 3 phases for this fight. If you've never done KT before or you've never done KT in Wrath, it's the same in Wrath as it is in Classic. The first phase goes on for, I want to say it's like 5 minutes, something. Basically, ads spawn all around the inner circle. You have 3 types of ads. You have abominations, which hit really hard, and they put like a mortal strike on the tank. So it's big healing on the tank target or whatever target's getting hit by the abomination.
They are stunnable.
You have banshees, which the banshees, when they get into melee range, they hit everybody with a shadow blast, knocks them all back, which is extremely dangerous because you get knocked back into the little cubbies and you actually aggro a ton of shit and wipe the raid. So those need to go down very, very quickly, ranged. But an even higher priority than those is the skeletons. The skeletons they have like 2k health, so they die really, really fast. And when they get into the middle of the raid, they explode and they do like 4 or 5k shadow damage to everybody. So those need to die the fastest if you're ranged, and otherwise all your priorities going on to killing banshees before they get into the raid. So range DPS on skeletons and banshees, melee on a bomb. That's pretty much it. It's very simple, and so that's going to go on for the first 5 minutes of the fight. After the first 5 minutes of the fight, the actual fight versus KT starts. Every 15 seconds during the fight, KT casts a AoE Frostbolt, which means that you have to top your groups up once in a while, because that's going to be predictable damage. If it hits everybody for 60% of their health, obviously you're going to need to get a little bit of health on everybody so that they can eat the next Frostbolts. And that goes out every 15 seconds. It can be resisted, so if you're running Juju on this as well, that's good. If you're running Frost Resistance on this, that's good. Obviously, don't swap out your gear for Frost Resistance gear, though. So there's a couple things that go on in the first phase. KT does a normal melee on the tank, which doesn't hit too hard. But other than that, also casts a Frostbolt at the tank. And this Frostbolt can't be resisted, and it hits for like 10k damage if it gets off. It's like a 2 or 2.5 second cast. So you need to have kick groups for each cast. So I know you guys really like pressing pummel and kick, but if you don't do that on this fight, you actually just instantly wipe. So there's going to be 3 groups. We're gonna set up in a square around the boss. You can kind of see how it's set up on the diagram. You've got 4 melee on one side, 4 melee on the other side, 4 melee on the other side, and then you've got the tank. So basically, we're gonna have 3 kick groups, and we're gonna rotate through the kick groups for each Frostbolt cast. The way you can differentiate the Frostbolt cast versus the AoE Frostbolt is the AoE Frostbolt is actually an instant cast, so there will never be a cast for it. So if the boss is casting, it's always a single target tank killer Frostbolt, so it needs to be kicked.
Is somebody going to call that out, just so we know?
So we're going to set up the groups. The first group is going to be Lidl, Zal, Kane, and Barker, which we don't have Kane, so no Kane there. Second group will be Vornash, Keymax, Jojo, and Bottom. And the third group will be Adam, Thorstein, Badun, and Nadira, which Nadira can't kick, so doesn't have to worry about it.
Is it reliable? Like, is it on the timer, or is it just a cooldown?
It's you have to watch the boss's hands cast. That's it. It's
a 2-second cast. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell when it's happening, and just one of the 3 people in each kick group have to land their kick. That's all.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not super bad. It's a I want to say it's a dynamic cooldown or whatever. So it's not always going to cast it on the same interval. So you just have to be paying attention and be ready to kick, because if you don't kick, the tank dies. So anyways, that's one mechanic. So that's pretty simple. You just set up a kick rotation, right? Other than that, we're going to be spread out around the room, which you can kind of see in the diagram. Everybody's spread out. You want to be spread out 10 yards. And the reason you want to be spread out 10 yards is because the boss uses an ability called Frost Blast, which Frost Blast turns you into an ice block similar to Saffron, and it does 130% of your health over 5 seconds. So healers, what that means is that any target that you see that has a Ice Tomb on them, or a Frost Blast, or whatever the debuff's called, you need to top them up very quickly, or you need to just get any heal on them as fast as you can in those 5 seconds. You're basically playing Bop It. Because if they don't get healed for at least 30% of their health, then they die to that ability. So they need to get like a flash heal on them fast or something.
It'll hit a group of people at a time.
This is also a concerning thing for people that are running like Flask of the Titans at this point in Raid, because the more health you have, the more healing it takes to get you topped up. So that's another concerning thing. You take more damage if you have more health.
Oh, so I don't have to flask anymore?
Yeah. That ability also chains to anybody within 10 yards. So it does 130% of your damage or 130% of your health over 5 seconds. Chains to anybody within 10 yards of you. So melee, we just kind of have to take the loss on. They're going to get chain ice blocked. There's not really anything we can do about that. We're just going to hope that a priest can get a prayer of healing on them. As you can see with positioning, I have priests in range of all the melee groups. So hopefully we can get a prayer of healing to hit our melee and keep them alive in that scenario. Other than that, there's only one more mechanic you have to worry about in that first phase, or the second phase, the actual first KT phase. It's called Shadowfisher. It spawns a big purple black circle underneath you, and it goes off after 3 seconds. And if you haven't moved out of the area in those 3 seconds, you instantly die. There's no way you can resist it. There's no way you can avoid it. It hits you for 69 to 125,000 damage, and you just die instantly. So You ever see a Shadowfisher, just stop casting, stop doing whatever you're doing. Don't milk it. Don't try and get the extra DPS. Just literally get out of it and don't risk killing yourself. That's it.
Sorry to interrupt, but how long until people get teleported to start? We have a few people that have been offline for a bit.
I don't think they'll get teleported. It's not been close to 20 minutes, so they'll be fine.
I think it's you're not offline for 15 more
I thought it was
minutes.
5 minutes.
Also,
it 5
pretty
minutes?
short run.
Well, why does it matter? The run's so
Yeah,
short.
it's like a 2-minute run.
Oh my god.
It's not even 2 minutes.
So-
it's like a minute.
So anyways, that's the first phase. Basically, to sum it up again, stay spread out 10 yards for the ice blast. We're gonna have kick groups rotating, which exec I'll have you call the kicks for me. And yeah, just maintain your distance. Don't die to Shadowfishers. If there's bad underneath your feet, don't stand in it, or you look stupid and you're dead. So that's the first phase of KT, and that lasts until I want to say 30% or 40%. I think it's 40%. Actually, there's one.
It's
other
40.
Thing I forgot. One other thing I forgot to touch on. There's mind controls that go off every 30 seconds during this fight, and the tank is always one of the 5 targets for mind control. When the targets get mind controlled, they have 500% increased healing and 200% increased damage. So if one of your heavy hitting DPS get mind controlled and they go and they slap a healer, that's very often a one shot. So warriors, I would recommend burning your intimidating shout very early on in this fight. That way, if you do get mind controlled, you don't fear everybody into Shadowfishers and chain ice block people and cause chaos. Just get rid of any sort of cooldown that you can completely fuck the raid with, like fear. It's maybe the same thing if you're a priest, though I won't say it's as big of a deal for priests. So they get 500% healing increase, 200% damage increase. Healers that get mind controlled, if they don't get CC'd, will actually heal the boss for a ton. I mean, imagine a greater heal hitting the boss for 500% increased healing. It's
Paladins will buff him too.
Yep, paladins will buff him, so it's nasty. You want to get CCs on those immediately. So sheeps, fears, death coil, anything, just immediately CC them. Mages, that's one of your big priorities for this fight. Anytime you see somebody's mind controlled and they're not sheeped, you need to throw a sheep on them. Just stop whatever you're doing and throw a sheep on them. All right, so that's all the mechanics for the first 100% to 40% of the fight. The only difference with at 40% is that these nice little bug guys named Ice Crown Guardians spawn. There's 5 of them. And they spawn from each of the little cubbies on the side, I believe. And up to 3 of them can be shackled, but 2 of them have to be tanked at all times. So priests, you guys we're probably gonna assign each one of you to a shackle, or I don't know if we want to assign you to a cubby maybe, or if we just want to pick 3 priests. I would say maybe Toxin, Max, and Winterchild if you just want to worry about getting shackles out for this fight, or Max, you can arrange it however you want to arrange it for priests. But yeah, 3 priests need to shackle, and that's going to leave us with 2 targets to pick up. The reason it's 3 is because if you shackle 4, all of the shackles break. You can't shackle more than 3. That's the rules for the fight. It's a mechanic. So the off tanks have to pick up the Ice Crown Guardians. The Ice Crown Guardians are kind of like a enrage, because anytime they switch targets, they gain a 15% damage increase. So eventually they get pretty big and they smack your off tanks pretty hard, and it becomes very difficult to keep up with the damage, the ice blocks, the AoE frost bolts, the 4 tanks getting pounded. And yeah, so that's pretty much the whole fight. I think the only thing I missed is that during the mind control, it's an aggro drop. The tank always is one of the 5 mind control targets, and it's an aggro drop. So you need to stop DPSing as soon as the mind control is coming up. Let your ignite drop off if you're rolling an ignite, and wait for the off tank to pick it up. So craft, basically what's going to happen is whenever I get mind controlled, or whenever the mind control is coming up, you're going to have to rotate in, and you're going to have to start threading as hard as you can, because the aggro is going to drop at some point. Everybody's hopefully going to be done DPSing, and the boss is going to land on you, and then they're going to be interrupting for you so that you don't
It's
die.
a drop on everybody is what he's saying. It's literally a wipe.
It's a threat wipe, yeah. When the mind control happens, it's literally a threat wipe. Everybody is 0 again. And so that's why you want to pause for a second, because you want to establish threat on craft.
Yeah, like DPS should literally press escape, like, because he will kill you if he looks at you. I promise.
This might be one of those fights that if you guys haven't seen it before, you might just need a couple attempts with, because it is a couple. Really, it's not a difficult fight. It's crisis management at some points, but if your players aren't stupid, then it's pretty easy. Does anybody have any questions about the fight? I think I've touched on everything.
Me, Zug.
We unfortunately don't have the amount of tanks that you would usually be wanting to do this with. So during crisis management, we're probably going to have I don't know, Adam and Thorstein or someone throw shields on and pick up the Ice Crown Guardians for us. So I guess we'll just kind of get there when we get there. We'll just have to figure it out as we go.
The Guardians aren't the concern. It's the concern of if both you and Kraft get MC'd. That's where it's monk ass.
Even Lidl can pick it up. I think that we're just gonna start throwing some attempts at it. I don't have any expectations necessarily to kill KT tonight. I just want you guys to be able to see the fight so we can smack it really easy on the next.
For the kick rotation, did you post that in O chat? Just because I have a couple of people asking me where they are at.
He put a picture in the general chat of where each people are standing.
Yeah, there is a picture in the guild chat. A diagram that you can use to. There's a lot of chat that's gone on in there in the meantime, so it's gone up quite a bit. But I'll repost it.
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, so use that to position yourself. Exec, you're gonna call group 1, group 2, group 3, and again, group 1. Group 1 is Lidl, Zalarian, Barker. Group 2, Vornash, Keymax, Jojo, bottom. And then Adam, Thorstein, Badoon for the third group.
Yeah, I'm going to call the groups, but I'm not going to go through each order. So please know the order, guys. Please look at the picture.
Let's call 1 kick, 2 kick, 3 kick. Just make sure you guys understand what group you're in if you're a melee. I think you guys can log on. I think we're good to throw an attempt at this now.
You can mark somebody from each group, so it's like a triangle group or whatever. It would be
good
the
idea.
kick.
Did we talk about walking backwards if there's a fissure instead of sideways?
It doesn't matter what direction you walk as long as you don't get in 10 yards of other people.
Yeah, that's my point.
If you go sideways, you're gonna run into other people.
I mean, there's a chance. I mean, you turn your character around and run sideways. Like, don't fucking backpedal. It's awful.
That's not what I meant. I just meant like go backward.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, turn your character and run the direction that would have been backwards from your initial position.
Yes, like literally 180.
Take your frost resist off.
Yeah, don't run frost resistance for this fight. Anybody have any last second questions before we just throw some attempts at this? Just again, I just kind of want you guys to see the fight. I don't have any expectations of necessarily killing it this week.
Approximately how long is this fight on average?
This fight on
10
average
minutes.
is about 10 minutes, yeah, with reasonably good DPS. And the first phase, which is just killing ads, is 5 minutes of it, which is the only reason it takes that long. So the actual boss fight itself is like 5 minutes.
KT himself has like 3.2 million HP.
Same as Saffron, but we have actual gear now.
You're gonna buff up now.
Which marks aren't you going to be using for ads, Drade?
Which marks am I going to be using for ads?
Yeah, are you going to mark anything?
Like, are you talking about in the phase 1 here?
It's because I'm trying to mark each person in the groups.
Oh, I'm not going to use any marks for ads.
Okay.
All right. So Toxin, Winterchild, and I, we're going to be shackling, and we're going to be shackling this ad that spawns in our cubby. So all three of us are going to should be standing out like nearby one of the cubbies. So you just shackle the guardian that comes out of that cubby. So I'm going to be shackling the one that's coming out of the northeast one. Toxin will shackle the one that comes out of the westmost, and Winterchild will shackle the one that comes out of the southwest. And once it's shackled, it's your job to keep it shackled. And so if you don't know this, there's a mechanic where stuff can heartbeat resist at 25, 50, and 75% of the duration left. So just watch out for shackles ending sooner than expected.
Should we have any frost pots up or any shadow or anything particular?
If you want
That's useful.
use frost.
Frost now or after when the phase starts?
Preferably now.
You won't take frost damage in phase 1.
Yeah, the only reason I'm popping now is just so you don't have it on cooldown going into phase 2. Shadow could help you in phase 1 if we screw up on the skeletons. To get into the raid, they do AoE shadow damage.
All right, everybody's ready. So if you guys can move up here, just make sure you're inside of the room. The boss doesn't actually start until you touch the middle, so you can actually walk quite a bit into the room to make sure you don't get locked out.
Look at big scary skeleton man.
So let's all move
Oh.
up to Star here before we start the fight. Try not to
Fucking
walk on the
Max
platform.
about to walk right in.
I thought we were walking in.
All right, let's all move on the platform here, please.
Gluten, come on.
Come on, Kashim, before ads spawn here. So at this point, you're going to be killing ads for 5 minutes. Impetus auto running.
Oh, Drade, careful with Thunder Fury. It can chain and pull the ads in
Yeah,
there.
I'm going to swap my weapon.
So group 1 is Team Square, which is Zal. He's the first kicker. Team 2 is Team Vornash, which is X. Vornash, your first kicker. And Team 3 is Adam. Moon.
So ranged, you are always skeleton prio into banshees next. Melee, you are always focusing down the abominations.
The abominations
Don't go out
are
too far.
stunnable. Yeah. The abominations are stunnable, so paladins can hodge them.
Yeah, do not move outside of this little circle that we're in, or else you're gonna risk pulling shut. And you're just
All
gonna
melee,
get fucked up.
run away from the skeletons too, at all costs.
Yeah, you don't want to get meleeed by a skeleton because it explodes when it melees something. So we've got our first banshee here. Got our first banshee. Skeleton behind that A-bomb.
I believe you can shackle the skeletons too, in case it's like really hard to manage.
Yeah, you can shackle them and turn undead.
Got another banshee coming.
Yeah, but they have 2k health. It's literally one caster feeling like casting something.
Yeah, but if you have like 2 banshees,
Yeah, but
it's
later
like
on,
a-
there's going to be like the
Yeah.
weavers, the banshees, and you're going to need the priest to start shackling and bond them. They melt pretty quick, but they do walk fast.
Light
if,
them
you
instead.
get the shackle out. And paladins can exorcism them too.
Got another banshee here. Got another A-bomb here.
Skeleton with the. What's up?
Yeah, healers, if it's easy to heal, just feel free to throw a smite at something. Feel free to throw a hodge at something. Exorcism on something.
Waste all your mana though, be careful.
Yeah, don't get lazy though. The ads come at us faster the longer this phase goes on. So
As you can already tell.
Skeletons before banshees.
Got 2 banshees coming here. It's got a skull, and then the one right to the left is skull.
Healers, you can help kill the skeletons.
Kill big skeleton man.
That was a little close.
Got another banshee.
they need to actually melee their aggro target. So even if one gets in the group, it's not horrible as long as whoever they're on stays away.
Yeah, just back away from it if it gets like way too close.
Yeah. Like that one that's near, I mean he's dead, but he was on Winter Child, and Winter Child was on the opposite end of the circle. So
Got a Soul Weaver over here too. Another
Skeleton.
one.
Wanna watch out? Phase 2's in 40 seconds.
I got another Spirit Weaver. Soul Weaver.
Oh yeah, and because of the fact that they don't actually explode until they melee somebody, warriors can max range whirlwind them if they're like way too close.
Even when the fight phases, we still need to clean up any aggroed ads. But be very careful not to aggro stuff on the gates.
Clean up every ad as soon as things start here.
10 seconds, recall if there's a...
We got 2 more Banshees and a A-bomb to kill. Melee on that A-bomb quick. You ready to heal the tank? Clean those skeletons up.
One more.
Got an A-bomb, A-bomb.
Right, clean up
3 Banshee.
Clean all these ads up. Shackle them if you need to. Clean the skeletons up. Don't touch the skeletons.
Melee get in position.
Everybody needs to start getting in their positions soon.
True.
One ran into melee range of that.
Clean up those ads. Cast.
On Kyra.
Alright, square.
Patrick's gotta move.
Clean up the ads ranged.
Heal this AoE real quick, guys.
Kick.
You guys need to be max melee. I'm in range of a lot of people.
Yeah, watch your ranges, guys.
Mad that.
Kick.
It's all we were.
Paladin, spread a little more.
Kick.
Mind control.
Oh, Craft is mind control too, so we got both the tanks mind control. That's really unfortunate. Just vision tank it.
Go, rogues, go.
I got one of the kicks.
There's still a Soul Weaver up, guys.
Heal me,
Kick,
heal Adam. Heal Adam.
Max, that one that I'm trying to kill is
The group are the kickers on.
You guys got a kick?
Melee groups are scuff as shit right now.
Yeah, it's really hard to do this.
Guys are doing great. Just don't panic.
My control is going to be soon, so please watch your threat on my control, Shadowfisher. There's the ice block, and unfortunately both our melee groups are too close. So you guys are probably...
Told you it was scuff.
It's okay, little. We're learning.
The dark void awaits you.
Yeah, getting mind control on both our tanks on pull, kinda.
Yeah, why you need 4 tanks for this. It's just you're way more lucky. You're way more likely to be gimped on the RNG when you have less tanks.
Good first attempt, guys.
At least we got our kicks.
We're learning.
Dude, the boss dies pretty quick as well, so.
Yeah.
Our range weren't even fucking DPSing that entire fight because they were still killing ads.
We had 4 weavers up at the end.
Oh, did you tell them about detonate mana?
I didn't tell them about detonate mana, but because they're spread 10 yards, it doesn't matter anyways. It does absolutely nothing.
Kill fucker.
Well, it blurs my mana, that's about it.
Your mana.
Yeah, it
Well,
nukes your
one
fucking
that
mana bar.
No detonate mana.
Nothing
If you are in the 10-yard range, it's gonna burn you guys, like health-wise too.
It's important to stay spread for this phase because there are a lot of things that do damage.
Part of the kicking thing was my fault. I forgot to take off push to talk. But it's really hard for me to just call. Like, I'll call one to kick, but we have to find a way to keep track of the order. Because it's...
You just say moon next, and then star next, and then diamond next.
How do they know that they went through all their kicks? The last person has to say something.
Also,
everyone.
From what I saw, there was no timer on when my controls are happening either.
It should be about a minute after he engages, and it's a window, and it's like roughly like every minute or so. But it doesn't have to be every minute. Like sometimes it comes in like 2 minutes after or something like that. Like it's a really big window, so it could just happen at any time.
Guys, you should be releasing and running back. It's a faster run than to res. Especially if you're like in the circle or beyond. Because like where Cleanse is standing is kind of the limit of where we can res from.
Mages, you guys need to sheep my controls as soon as they go off too. Paladins can hodge immediately, but yeah, we need sheeps ideally. That way, we can just have our priest dispel whenever they do finish with the mind control. Because if we have to use a fear, if we have to resort to that, then we get feared off into Africa. It's not as easy to just dispel us. So, like for example, that fight I had to eat like 8 seconds of fear after my mind control would come off, which doesn't make a difference anyways because, I mean, you can't get aggro back once it's established on someone new after the mind control. So, just a note, really. Oh, without world buffs, this is going to be some interesting phase 1 now, huh? You guys are going to have to pump. Break out those guns, melee.
Ooh, about that.
we're probably not gonna waste too much time on KT, honestly. Not with 32 people. So
Binding
I
run.
think what we'll do is I think we'll throw another attempt or two. I still want you guys to consume. Just again, I want you guys to just get some experience with the fight, get a feel for the fight. That way, when we come in here tomorrow or on Thursday, we can smack this thing really easy. So please still consume for at least the next 2 attempts. And then I think what we might do is maybe a ZG or Ani. And I actually, maybe I want to dedicate this time to just getting buffed for tomorrow. A lot of people were saying that they're not really
That's not a bad idea.
They're not going to have time to set up buffs and stuff. So maybe what we'll do is we'll try to get everybody in for a DMT. And then I have a head and a heart that I can drop.
The warlocks at Songflower.
4 hours though for DMF to reset.
It'll reset when the reset happens on Tuesday. So
Didn't
you
they
wake up
change
tomorrow?
Doesn't always reset on reset.
Oh, I
Where'd you
thought
hear that?
Tuesday
Yeah,
was like a hard reset.
I heard it was a hard reset.
Yeah, well, Ricky got fucked by it and it wasn't reset on a hard reset, so just
Maybe he was like really high.
Yeah.
I don't trust anything Ricky says.
I've had it happen on my Twink where I haven't played it for like weeks and still couldn't get it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay on for 4 hours before I do anything, so it's worth considering.
50-50, baby.
Not a gamble I want to take.
That's fine. If you guys are able to be around to get your world buffs tomorrow anyways, then it doesn't really matter as much to you. But I will drop the heart and the head tonight for people that don't have the time to world buff tomorrow, since we rated on a Monday, which we generally don't do.
Quite Lovely is saying that they tested it. You need 8+ hours continuously logged
It's
on.
4 hours. I just did it today.
It was 4 hours for Dark Moon.
And your Nova World buff will log it correctly. So you have to look at that.
He's saying if you log in, it resets the timer. I didn't know that part.
All right, Maxi can log on. We're gonna get another attempt going here.
I can no longer tell the difference between Badoon and Bodum. It's like the same person.
Bottom.
Just a quick comment I have from that last poll. Try to respect the positioning, especially healers and casters.
Let's just call him Bo.
There's a lot of chain effects that happen on this fight.
Bo isn't actually a badass name.
Just slash range 10 melee. Again, you can see the importance of being max distance the entire fight. You have to be very conscious of your positioning. Otherwise, 2 groups of melee get ice blocked at the same time, and there's no way the healers can save all of you. So you just you got to cut the healing down a little bit for us. That way we can potentially save you if that happens. So
With that being said, with the being progression, can we keep it to officers only talking?
let's finish getting buffs out, and we'll get this next attempt going here.
All right, so when I'm doing the kick targets, I'm just going to call the groups, and you guys are just going to keep switching. I mean, we did pretty well without me doing any callouts because I thought I was talking, and I wasn't going through.
Yeah, there's no worries.
That tells you how big the window is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be very careful. Your positioning spreadsheet, picture, whatever you want. That's just more of a guideline of kind of an area that you want to be around. It's not necessarily you're cemented in this position. So try to be in that area that you're positioned to, but try to also stay 10 yards spread from everybody. Try not to be close to people, because if they get ice blocked, you're getting ice blocked too. And really where this fight gets messy is where multiple people get ice blocked, multiple people are moving out of Shadowfisher at the same time, and multiple people are mind controlled. So it's like at all points of the fight, later on into the fight, you're missing like 25% of your raid. So, and since we're already missing 25% of our raid, we feel it even more.
Can we get an X on JoJo so we can kind of like have our group together?
Oh, I don't know what took it off.
Yeah, mine's gone too.
Here, I'm gonna do lower marks. Maybe it's gonna push off by something.
I think it's because we died.
Okay. Oh.
I get the nipple.
Any questions from that last fight? You guys had an opportunity to see pretty much the whole fight there, aside from the ads that come in at 40%. But is there any questions? Anybody not understand any of the mechanics that were happening there? If you're afraid of public speaking, you're always welcome to DM me as well. Barker, are you good?
If the Banshees get really close, can melee attack them, or do they do a special thing?
Don't do that.
I wouldn't recommend doing that, because if they blast you and you're not world buff, there's a chance you'll probably get one shot and you'll pull a bunch of stuff, because you'll get knocked back into a cubby.
Copy that.
They only do that if you are their main target.
They pick the target and stay on that target until they're
Yeah.
dead.
You're sure about that? Their target is cemented?
Yes.
So melee
I watched one hit 2 people before KT on the last poll, so
That's because its target walked right into him. I watched it.
All right, so we can try it out. I mean, we don't have world buffs and we have an undermanned raid. We can be experimenting now, if that's what we want to do. So you melee can test it out. You can front up to it if you want while it's targeting somebody else. See if it knocks you back. If not, then yeah, we'll just abuse it. Barker, if you're DC'd yet or not?
I'm still here.
Okay, we're gonna move up a bit here then. You guys can move up to this spotlight.
You sounded like a robot and everyone started skipping. It was great.
All right, you guys can walk onto the platform here. I'm sure that we have the Saf kill the least amount of people on the server.
What about Ever? Let's check.
I don't know about Ever.
I don't know about Ever.
Apparently, the Banshee only does the burst if it reaches its actual target.
Correct.
The GDKP burned them down.
So you can just call whatever target or whatever the Banshee's target is. That way, that person can just move to the opposite side, and that should give melee a little time to swap to it and burn it. At least the first 5 minutes of this fight are nice and relaxing.
Yeah, right.
It's a little boring.
Skelly's coming at you.
Not without world buffs. This is going to be rough.
How much nicer it will be when you have 8 more DPS.
It's less time for execute.
Someone else logging.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm not logging this.
Well, I forgot.
It's okay, it's KT.
I got the Saf kill, but I logged out and forgot to re-enable it.
I mean, I always save it, so I always have it. I'm just not actively logging.
Oh, but you're okay, but you're still
Yeah,
still logging.
I have it enabled.
That's still logging, dude. But okay, then we're good.
Just means you're not live logging.
Yeah.
Hatrix, you can run Devo Aura, at least initially, for this first phase, and then you can swap it when we go to phase 2.
Hatrix should be red for this fight.
Fuck yeah.
Daddy.
I gotta bubble Hearth real quick.
Our daddy's got.
The next time you come back in here,
Cat laugh.
Rhett will be like this.
Yeah, next time we revisit Naxx, you'll be number 1, buddy.
Chris on Horde.
No, Naxx. It's even in Wrath of the Lich King.
Oh, are we not coming back till next? What?
DBC vacation?
Yes.
I don't like doing old content. Cough, cough. No one wants to finish it at the ashes.
I'm quitting? Okay.
Sad.
Resignation. Toodles.
Formal, informal resignation.
I wonder if anybody's ever resigned from a job saying that.
Toodles or
Give me a good idea.
Yeah, these things definitely aggro off of threat. The soldiers?
The skeletons too, yeah. They're always on a healer. Another Soul Weaver directly behind that first one. Got a skeleton coming in now, it's gotta die.
It's on Winter Child. It's dead.
It parried my whirlwind.
Good thing we got the best smite priest on the server.
And Frost Nova.
21 in damage right now.
Skeleton coming in, skeleton coming in. Skeletons going in. Melee, you guys can use your guns on those.
Man down.
Not resist.
Of course.
Somebody wants to get a battle res on him. Nadira, maybe.
I'll buff him.
I have it. I'll be res.
It's my first B-res.
Careful with threat, guys. Kalthazot's
Hey,
coming
Melee,
out
help
soon.
clean up these weavers. Help clean up these weavers, Melee. And we got another A-bomb still.
Watch skellies.
He's on Aladdin right now.
Kill these
Another A-bomb.
skellies. Kill these skellies. Got one more A-bomb.
Get to your positions, guys.
It was telling me you're dead when you're half health.
I popped the mongoose. All right, first group. Zal's group. Kick.
Chezzy, you're on the wrong side of the room, my friend.
I just took a frostbite. Somehow lived.
Kick. Square, this is on you. We're on the second one.
Watch out.
Rip that.
Kick.
Can I get a battle res and hat?
Got him.
We got a Soul Weaver still, so make sure those clean up.
One more kick from square group.
We're gonna have my controls. Now.
Kick.
Crafty ready to switch in. As
All
soon as
right,
I get my
Vornash, you're next. Keymax, you're next.
On my controls, make sure you guys stop doing anything. My control now, stop doing things, and let Craft get aggro.
Bodum, you're next.
It's on Impetus.
I missed that one.
It's on Craft now.
Adam's
Let
group
Craft
is up.
establish. Let Craft establish. Make sure you guys stay spread.
Watch your grouping.
Thornstein's next.
Winter Child, you're too close to melee.
Kick.
Shadowfisher on the
Craft.
tank. Shadowfisher on the tank.
There's about to be a Frost Blast.
Back to square group.
And I have a my soon.
Kick.
Make sure you're kicking.
Frostblast and
Watch
Nazgul,
your
heal
threat
him.
on the mind controls. Watch your threat on the mind controls.
Kick.
Mind control soon. Be ready to sheep mages. Be ready to stop doing DPS.
Kick. I think we got one more in square group. Kick. Alright, Vornash, you're up.
Frostblast coming up. It's on Chezzy, heal him. I'm not in range. Priest has to shield him. Shielded, then flash heal.
Kick, guys. Mind control here soon.
Keymax. Bodum next.
Stop threat.
Our Adams group is up for kicks.
I'm dead. I can kick.
Adam, Badoon, Quarantine, kick.
I got next.
Zal, check your range.
Zal's group is next.
Chezzy.
Big guys block there.
Dude, that was my
Frozen, you'll
control.
have someone else will have to
over
kick.
there.
Kick.
So Frostblast soon.
Mind control soon. Be ready to come in, Craft.
Your soul.
Here it is. Stop aggro. Stop aggro. Let Craft get aggro.
The dark void
Sheeps.
awaits you.
Just keep it going, guys. Just see the fight. Just keep it going. Should be healing Craft now. Still want to get those sheeps off mages. Yeah, we need to not dot before we get mind control.
For Harry, I got quite looking cleansing.
We see the void zones, right, guys?
Heal
We
Mere
see how
Fury.
they look now.
Heal Mere Fury if someone's in range.
Nah, I'm dead. There's 3 people around me too.
Spamming craft, I think all of us were.
Yep. Only takes one heal to save the person in the ice block.
If you're down, just watch out for the void zones. Just make sure you guys are aware how they look. It will kill you very fast.
Percent today?
44.
45.
No, or 3% off the next.
There's gonna be an ice blast soon. It's on Aladdin. Yeah, so a priest can actually deal with that mechanic solo. They just shield as soon as it goes off, and then flash heal once. They'll survive. Oh my god, you're draining my mana, you little bitch.
What percent set up? Ice Crown Guardians, here we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so here are the ads. Priests, you guys will be shackling these for future. You can see they come one at a time. So this first one, maybe Max wants to shackle. The second one, maybe we want to do Toxin. And then the third one...
Yeah, I
maybe we
gave
wanna do-
assignments.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. So I actually wasn't aware that they spawn one at a time. That makes it so much fucking easier to deal with.
Does one spawn from each cubby, or is the cubby random?
I think one spawns from each cubby, and then it goes back to the first one for the last spawn.
Yeah, because I did it based on cubby.
Don't shackle.
Yeah.
If there's already shackled.
If you shackle more than 3, they all break.
Yeah, the only people who should be shackling is me, Toxin, and Winterchild, and we're shackling the target that's closest to our cubby. And then that's it. We're keeping that target shackled for the
And
rest of the
don't
fight.
change your shackle. Don't do that.
Go ahead and run back, and we'll try again. I mean, keep in mind we're 32 manning without world buffs, and we almost just killed KT.
That was an extremely solid attempt. If we just need to clean up the mechanics. So healers, what I figured out is I don't know about paladins and druids, but priests can 100% solo handle a nice block. So look for who it's on. If it's in range, throw him a shield, and then throw him a flash heal, and he'll survive. That's it. That's that mechanic.
I died to a kick, and Drade said he got hit, so there were certainly some kicks even early on that got off.
Yeah, so the frostbolt, if the frostbolt doesn't get kicked, it actually only does it does AK damage. So it's actually it's actually survivable if Drade is full, and I think it can also be partially resisted.
It's a range. It could be like it should be 8,100 while he's in defensive stance at minimum, but it could go on the upper end and just kill him.
Yeah, what Barker said. Why do we not just have like everyone from square group kick, then everyone
that's
from
what you're
star?
that's what you're supposed to do. That's why it's a rotation of the groups, because you can miss and then the tank eats a frostbolt and dies.
Yeah. So not the people within the groups, but the entire group should be trying to kick.
That's what we're
when
doing.
It's their turn.
Yeah.
Oh well, then kept here in like individual names.
I was
called out.
dead. I was dead, so I had like nothing better to do.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a window. Like sometimes, like I kicked 2 of them like in a row. Zhao got 2 of them in a row or something like that. Like it's a window. Sometimes like you have it up, and sometimes you don't.
The GCD window, yeah.
Well, no, like I kicked one of them, and he was casting another while I had 3 seconds on the cooldown of it.
Yeah. I honestly, if it gets close, I just kick it if it's not in my group. Just
same.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I think for the last phase, let's have Lidl and Adam tank those ads. I think it'll just make it easier. That way we can just specifically, me and Kraft can just focus on rotating on the boss. Or we could even have Dread pick up an ad if one of you don't want to do it. Kraft gets to keep his world buffs every time. This guy's fucking cheating.
Go.
Why is he mind controlled at the end or something?
We don't need to rebuff. Nah,
Yeah, I
just
see.
Paladins are trying to save the tank buffs.
It's kind of a cool fight, actually. Pretty fun.
So you guys saw the entire fight there. You've seen every single mechanic, every single one of them. The last thing, the only thing that changes with the last phase, which happens at 40%, where those ads spawn again, is that we cannot shackle more than 3 of them. The other 2 have to be tanked. And the way that those ads work is anytime they swap targets, they gain a damage buff. I'm not sure if they swap targets automatically, just on their own every once in a while, and the tanks have to taunt them back. But every time they swap targets, they get a 15% damage increase. So that's kind of like the soft enrage of the fight, when those ads get really, really beefy and just murder your raid.
If they do swap, they don't swap often enough that it's like a major problem, because I've seen like guilds have had one person tank both of them.
How's healing going this fight, by the way?
Okay.
Are you guys like going or?
Well, if we're DPSing and the start and helping, then we're going even faster, yes. I mean, I am at least.
Yeah, I mean, so if healers are DPSing, we should just make sure we don't drop below 80%, 80 or 90%. Just set a limit, and once you hit that limit, stop. And make sure.
And also, go ahead.
No, that's it.
You can also use your frost resistance pots when we get to the frostbolt phase if we need like emergency, because it does help a lot. Greater frost protection potion.
That's for the DPS. The healer should be using mana pots.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that would have pretty easily been a kill with 8 other people.
Melee DPS, can you guys open trade with me, please? I spent some time farming some magic dust this week for this fight, so I'm going to trade that to you guys. You guys will hold it until next week if we don't use it all tonight. If you're unsure of what this item does, it basically is a 30-second CC as long as nobody does any damage to the target. It's also an instant cast on the target. So this is a nice way to cheese this fight. Basically, if people get mind controlled, you just tap target over to them, you throw a magic dust at them, and they're done.
Can we blind them as well?
You can blind them, yep. Blind is actually a pretty great thing.
Fully CCable.
Magic dust is essentially a blind, except it lasts 30 seconds, and it makes them stand still rather than move about.
Snowball is best.
You can't move when you're casting it either, melee.
I mean, they can't be jumping?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to use it.
Wait, I can't strafe?
Something that I would suggest for KT every week, if you guys have some downtime during the week, just spend like 10 minutes in Westfall running around killing all of the Dust Devils. up some of that magic dust, because I think at some point we're going to get KT down to a one shot, and you really won't need more than like 2 of those a week. They're a 15% drop off the dust devils, so they drop pretty frequently. You only have to spend like 5 or 10 minutes in Mustfall, and you get enough for a week. So. I don't have any expectations once again to kill us tonight, but yeah, I feel it feels good just letting you guys see the mechanics, and you guys can get used to it. So
I think we can do it.
We'll 100% kill it this next week when we have a full raid, but it's just the people that are making it difficult, the number of people rather. Well, I guess the people as well. We have Barker in the raid, so.
Something that
kill it tonight.
another thing that happened. The two people who messed it up know it. But if you get mind controlled and you get like your tune walks to the other side of the room, do not walk through the melee. that's ultimately, I think that's what wiped us. 2 of the mind controlled players, when they're running back, ran through the melee and got like 10 people chained.
Also, something I want to say is that DBM sends like all of these blaring warnings that KT is going to engage soon. KT doesn't actually like engage for like 20 seconds after the 10-second timer runs off.
Yeah.
For some reason. So I would just recommend just running around and killing ads until you actually physically see the boss move. You have plenty of time to get into position after that.
Yeah, I was killing a Banshee until like KT was actually there.
Thinking about setting up this next pull without Shepard, but I mean, he's in Darnassus.
It's gonna take me a long ass time to get there.
Yeah, unless you guys got summons for him.
You want me to summon?
We can't summon him from inside.
I
have to
mean,
go in summon group.
Yeah, we could have a summon group grab him over.
I'll grab it.
The power of the Shep.
Dread said 20 minutes as well.
I have like no consumables, by the way.
That's fine.
If you need something, I have most stuff. Just open trade.
We
I
just
just
need bodies at this point, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
32-man KT is, I mean, it's not going bad, honestly, but.
It's I know people we don't want to waste all our night on this, but like that was a kill if we had mechanics down.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
With mechanics.
Full world buffs.
Yeah, I don't like saying, oh, world buffs. That just skips mechanics. Like, we don't need world buffs to kill this boss tonight. We just need to get good execution.
Do I need to drop this group and go to the summon group?
Yeah.
So am I bringing my rogue in here and autoing at the same time?
Just add the summoners to this group. It's not like we don't have the slots.
I mean, exec, if you could do that and then just like, tab over and kick every once in a while,
So just use your foot to like get a pedal.
And then
You just hit backstab.
and then
Yeah.
and then he gets mind controlled and gets parked next to a healer. Yeah.
Can you write cast sequence macros in Classic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
It's even better with there's an add-on that makes them work better.
Thank you.
Mm.
Can I get an invite to the main raid then?
That was it for summons, right?
Yeah, it was a Shepherd. Dread might come in a bit, depending if we're still going or not, but not counting on anything, so.
Also, if we just need bodies, I could potentially get my wife in here. No, wait, she's not attuned. Never mind.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I was about to say, it's just an extra fireball. But she's not attuned.
You can just play your character.
Can she play her character? I prefer her here instead of you.
Okay, I'll go get her.
Ouch.
Sorry, she has cat paralysis. She can't.
DN with the sickest burn of 2021.
Wow, I just said they want you more than they want me, and immediately my wife says, "Dean said that, didn't she?"
She knows who loves her.
All right, Shepherd is almost here. Hopefully everybody's buffed.
Ooh, still Paladin must be good. I think Shepherd's got to get him anyways.
All right, ready check here. Shepherd's gonna need singles.
I killed this guy in Wrath. Anything different?
It's the exact same fight.
Okay.
Don't stand on the
Almost.
bad things, spread out 10 yards, and sheep mind controls when they come out. And that's pretty much it for you.
Yep.
Mew, you here?
Yeah.
All right, you guys can move up to star, please, and make sure we have kings on our mages.
Can you give me 20 seconds?
20 seconds? That's unacceptable.
Have a chicken.
Oh, wow.
Needs some bonus.
I can't believe I didn't pull that.
Yeah, you have to get really close.
It's a really hard concept to not touch this, huh?
It's just so shiny.
It's so shiny.
This motherfucker's RP walking over here.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the circle here.
It went up.
Soldiers of the cold dark.
Okay, one question. How do I mage?
Parker, your sheep is level 30. I hope that doesn't like aggro cubbies.
It's a battle chicken, Pog.
He's got an explosive sheep.
Yeah, they follow you too, so watch out.
It's a humanoid.
Do
Something's
they?
off.
Fucking shooting the skelly straight.
I use my gun on them. They don't have enough health. I mean, a gun actually can make a difference of an extra hit.
Yeah, how much does gun do?
It hits for like 200, 400, 500 crit.
I just shot that skeleton for 391.
That is, yeah.
Nothing but the best, Sal.
Melee get fatties, right?
Correct.
Melee get fatties, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that. And then we get the banshees when they come in, correct?
Melee roll the blunts.
We get the screaming angry ladies.
Executive has awoken.
We get the Karens.
Yeah.
Your lady.
No, fuck you guys. You can't kill anything now.
Oh, because the melee is shooting bows. We're all one-shotting with bows.
Firing squad.
Anyone have some pellets?
Sheep isn't
You're
even
telling me
blind.
you don't bring that to raid?
Hell no, I don't have space.
Or does he's not prepared?
Sounds like he's ready for TBC then.
Exactly.
Gotta get that legendary bow.
I can't get one smite off.
Thank you, Craft.
Just downrank
Nope.
the smite.
Imagine not being part of the 111 DPS wand gang.
The one-off KT is insane.
People underrate the gun game. It's pretty good. Yeah, the gun game.
But Badam's got 1,000 damage from his.
Smooth knocks.
When you say his name, I think you're making fun of Badoon. It's gonna take me a while to get used to it.
Imagine how I felt
Wait, that
whenever I
wasn't
first came
Badoon?
in.
No, it's Badam.
Oh shit, that's confusing. It's Bodum.
It's actually Bodum.
His name's Bo, guys. Bo.
Does he have any kids?
Bobice.
Bo Vice is good.
Shit, I'm gonna have to bring pellets now.
Yeah, you're getting behind. He just passed
Yeah.
you in DPS.
Yeah, imagine what it was like when I first saw his name after knowing Bodum for like a year and a half. I was like, what the hell?
Renash, I bet your butt cheeks clenched a little there.
Yeah, they did.
Was it nice?
he felt the rush.
Too busy shooting shit. I don't see that there's
Vornash
A-bombs over
discovering
here.
himself inside of naxx at KT.
Yeah, don't tunnel vision your gun so much that you miss your targets. There's a lot of skeletons coming in.
Professional kiting.
I remember back in naxx, we used to pull entire cubbies at a time.
Again, they're shackleable if it's worth it.
Back in my day.
Back in naxx, those were the days.
It's honestly
Back in Wrath naxx, pardon me.
it's honestly more worth the priest time just to mind blast smite it.
Wand is fun though, bro.
One doesn't cost mana.
It doesn't cost mana, and I
I
accidentally
trade off.
Skeletons don't have
Guys should be more scared about the skeletons.
We're scared.
So scared.
spooky, scary skeletons.
Oh,
there you go.
Now you're scared.
Told you.
every time we touch.
Oh no, I have to press my POH button.
That mana.
Seriously though, it's about to pull, so everyone
It's
make
not,
sure you're
it's not,
focusing.
It's like 20 seconds.
Right, but this is when it gets really hard, so start focusing, guys.
Acting up that.
They can stun.
Focus down the skeletons.
They are stunnable, yeah.
You can stun them, you can shackle them.
Warriors need a new blessing of might.
Yes, we do.
Skelly.
Yeah, that was the Skelly.
Yeah, this is why I said we need to take this seriously. If you're being targeted by a Soul Weaver, do not let it touch you.
That's
Otherwise
what
that
happened
happens.
right there.
Yup. Get to your positions, finish off the ads, please.
Kick.
Shadowfisher.
X group. Kick X. Circle your X.
There's gonna be an Ice Blast soon. Keep
So
an
there's
eye out
no
for it.
actual mechanics that go out
Kick.
for like the first 30 seconds of this phase. So I think it's best if we just clean up the ads with all the melee before.
Another Shadowfisher.
Square.
But they can be kited while we're doing the most damage.
But what's the rush to do damage? to the
Heal
boss?
up the AoE.
X, we're next. Kick. Circle, you're up next.
Where is his ice block?
It's gonna be mind control soon. Get ready to sheep mages. We only have 3 mages, so we're gonna need 1 or 2 now. Probably
Yeah,
fuse.
top of.
I wouldn't suggest using your magic dust on this attempt.
Good job moving, guys. Kick.
Mind control any second now.
Yep,
Good job
just
on the
waiting.
kicks. Melee frost protection potion, if you can.
Just does whatever the fuck he wants when he does it. Watch out for that detonate Badoo. Or Bodum.
There will be no escape.
Alright, there's the mind control. Make sure you're not doing anything to the boss when the mind controls go off. Alright, Craft has it. Can continue
Why is so
DPS.
ungrateful? Killing me.
Yo, Impetus is just murdering.
Yeah, me too. Him, Barker, and or new boy.
Alright, let's wipe it up.
I don't know. I was testing it. I don't feel like I need to call kicks and clutter chat. Like at all.
No, I think we got it.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Because it's just random clutter. I mean,
I think there's
Well,
enough
the
of
thing
us.
is,
Yeah.
nobody should be calling anything, right? The only thing that really gets called is mind control soon. Make sure you sheep, right? That's pretty much
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I was just saying for the kicks that I was calling.
So I think we'll do one more attempt here, and then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get world buffed as a group and set up for tomorrow. I would love to world buff for the chance of killing KT tonight, but I would also like to not completely bone our raid tomorrow for the chance of killing KT either. So those world buffs are very important for rolling through patch with no issue. So yeah, definitely want to make sure everybody's buffed up for that. We do have a full raid tomorrow, or we should have a full raid tomorrow. Signups are in the raid sign up channel.
Same bat channel. Same bat channel.
If there's a clear DMT, we can offer to buy it for like 50 gold or something, 100 gold. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather just pay than do it.
Well, you got an hour or more to kill for your time.
Yeah, I would be happy to throw 100 gold at it and buy a DMT lockout. Somebody have a summoner down there?
We can
We
just
got
clear a
one more
DMT.
attempt, by the way. We got one more attempt. Well, the thing is, I don't know if everybody's gonna have time to get world buffed, you know, before the end of raid time if we clear a DMT.
Yeah, DMT is the easiest one to get, so it's like
There's no one outside the instance at DMT.
Would people have time before the raid tomorrow?
DMT used to be the
We have summoners.
I mean, it would be cool to, as a group, set up Songflower together as well. That'd be awesome.
My warlock's already there, as is Zalarion and a clicker, so it's already ready. Songflower, that is.
yeah, I'm down to do this. It'll help a lot.
Like we could summon for Songflower right immediately after any other buffs. That's already, we're all on the spot.
Yeah, so we'll run back.
Everybody's
We'll
timer on there.
We'll consume one more time. We'll hit one more attempt here. We'll get that loot out, and
54 minutes on loot, we're fine.
we'll get world buffed after that.
Dian, can you correct his grammar mistakes, please?
Oh, he's.
For me, alt.
What the fuck is going on in chat?
So Barker is gonna clear a DMT on his hunter for us in the downtime while we're dealing with KT here and dealing with the loot and stuff. Well, he's gonna be here for KT still, obviously, but with the downtime.
Thank you, Barker.
Thank you, Barker.
Saving always. Thank you so much, boys, as well. And girl.
If you guys don't normally go for Songflower, I would encourage you to maybe go as a group tonight and get that out of the way. That's definitely a big plus to raiding. Songflower is a lot of damage and a lot of healing.
Just stay logged out for 8 hours or more in a row, Keymax.
I thought it was in-game time.
It is in game time.
And it is
can
4.
Be, can be
There's-
offline as well, but it's longer.
There's two numbers.
Yeah, it's 4 hours in game, 8 hours offline.
Supposedly an arrested location or something.
Yeah, I've done it before. It's worked. But only once.
Again, anybody have any questions? What goes on in this fight? Just want to make sure we have clear understanding. That's all. Okay, so you guys can move up to start again. Make sure everyone's here.
Couple more buffs.
Again.
Which poor priest is our spirit buffer?
I think Cleansed and Winter have spirit.
Sorry.
Poor Winter.
It's his winter of discontent.
As long as you guys don't make me go PE spec again.
No one made you do that.
PvP spec?
PI.
PI.
Everyone that's ready to check, and we'll get this last KT attempt going here.
Yeah, so just remember in the last minute or so, just try to focus up, guys. That's when phase 1 actually kind of gets challenging, and it feels really bad to have the raid wipe to someone being silly.
I do think melee should just tunnel vision, run around and kill all the ads if you can. When the phase is about to start, I think it just will make things a lot easier for the range, not having to worry about their positions being fucked.
Is that okay with the frost bolts? Will he not frost bolt?
I can maybe get the first one, but yeah, I mean, he doesn't usually cast anything until like the first 15 seconds. After the first 15 seconds,
He did cast a few at the start of that one, though.
All right, we're gonna start this up. Here we go.
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of Kel'Thuzad.
I got shoot gun on my bindings now, guys.
You got bullets?
You're a year late.
Is your dollar short too?
I can't get any bullets off.
You will
You're not
later
trying
on in the
hard enough.
phase.
Exec might be shooting blanks.
Only in real life.
You wish.
Guys are idiots.
Yes, we are.
I love you all.
I agree, they are.
The gun parse is real.
All of us? Wide peepo happy?
Yeah, you guys are going for those parses right now.
We should do a bet to see who gets the most gun damage.
No.
Goodbye, JoJo. You just can't watch her aggro on A-bombs.
It's not my fault, dude.
So is your
Like I'm
dog.
I'm nerfing my rotation so hard.
Yeah, but there's no rush to kill it, so you don't have to like.
Yeah, you don't have to be in range attacking it.
Okay, Mr. Priest. Don't hit prayer healing either.
Can we get a battle res?
Okay. I mean, if there was a mechanic, you told me not to.
Can you guys get single buffs on? Throw a single buff on JoJo. Can't have a scuffed last attempt. That's just shameful.
Just for the record, prayer of healing on Pola is a bad idea, and it's why we don't do it.
So this is sad. I need to respec my hunter, and I don't have the gold on my hunter.
Poor Bart. He was really trying.
I have to.
What, can you buy a lockout from one of those Chinese hunters?
No one here.
There's a lot of hunters in there.
Even China's not there.
Yeah, there's 3 hunters in there at the moment. One's from the Steadfast, so.
I'll try.
He might speak English.
That skeleton's getting really close.
Yeah, you guys saw what happened last time.
It wasn't the skeleton. It's the shade that wiped us. But yeah.
No, there was a skeleton that got in though.
Yeah, but that just half health stuff.
That's a lot of healing.
It was the Weaver that got in and killed somebody.
Yup.
It killed like 4 people.
Yeah, 3 of them were healers, so that felt really bad.
Got a Weaver getting kind of close. And a skeleton here next to the A-bomb. Skeleton behind us.
There's 2 of them actually. It's on Winter Child.
Oof. Figure heals. They're all on Winter Child, looks like.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just kite it away.
It's on
if you notice it's on you.
Yeah, we're good.
Nova's actually really good. You can catch those with Nova. If you notice them last second. Or you can even shackle them if you notice them last second.
So we're at the 1 minute mark, so just start focusing, guys. Make sure the soldiers are dying instantly. And pay attention who the Soul Weaver is aggroing. For example, it's on me. Now it's on Winter, so Winter, don't let it touch you. Now it's on Lake.
Warriors, at the end of this phase, I want you to do Death Wish, okay? Like to clear up the ads. Save Wreck for KT.
There's an A-bomb coming in behind us. Okay.
You got a taunt for this, Croc? It's gonna kill Badoon.
The Soul Weaver's on Lake Hoth.
Be careful this skeleton.
Finish up the ads.
KT coming in.
Someone be Resmer.
Kick.
It's on Dian. Watch your aggro, though, melee. This is
I'm gonna
Shadowfisher.
reposition here in a second.
So we are in Mio.
Yeah, I pulled aggro on it. We can get some rain on it.
Mind control, go ahead and stop DPS.
Jojo, mind control.
Stop DPS like Craft got.
Magic just Dojo.
Like,
Oh, wow. Very slow.
Wow.
There you guys spawn.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, these Soul Weavers still alive. Just murdered us.
Yep.
So I think it's better for DPS to just prioritize Soul Weavers.
Yeah, I was running around killing them, and then quite lovely got a full pyro off on me.
Oh, I got fucking blasted by 2 of the mages.
Yeah, multiple mages were mind controlled, so a lot of the sheeps didn't go out.
It's all good. People are running out of their big consumes like Zanzas and stuff, and no world buffs, and we're 8-9 people down, whatever. So it's all good. I mean, there were solid attempts. You guys got to see all the mechanics. I have no doubt we'll go in here and just smack the shit out of it this next week.
Yeah.
And Saf was really clean, so good work on Saf. What I'll probably do for Saf and KT on a weekly basis is I'll probably set up some sort of diagram similar to how we would post that KT one every week,